so let's show you how you can do a wreath. And if you got those dies that Ben has just been showing to you, then you can do this easily. If you've got any leaf dies, you can do that as well. We have got a really nice set of leaves, which I have cut lots of, obviously because it would have taken quite a bit of time. If I bring in the original wreath, just to show you, and obviously you can build on this, you can add lots more to it. Obviously there's lots and lots of leaves on here. I've tucked in, I've bent them, I've inked them, and you can do all that, and then I've just added a big bunch of ribbon at the top. Basically though, you just need a circle like that, like a ring. Now you might have a cardboard ring, you might have a wooden ring, you might have a wire ring, but we wanted to show you how you can do it if you've not got anything like that. So I've just taken, I think you can get like a, you know, either A3 card, you can use 12 by 12, depends on the size of your plate. Yeah. So I used my plates for this from home. Now I've got here today, and obviously the plates in the cupboard are all different sizes. So we've just grabbed a plate, and we've grabbed a bowl, because we couldn't find a saucer, so I was like, right, let's get a bowl would be fine. Bowl will do. And obviously you can do a small bowl, or you can do a bigger bowl. It depends on how wide you want your ring to be. So what we can do is we're just going to go around there, and I'm thinking I'm right in the middle, but if I'm not worrying at this stage. It's not too bad. And then what you need to do, I've taken my knife, right, and what I've done it the easy way. I've just sliced down there. I just need to make sure that's gone through. Yes, it has. I'll just pop another one in there. And then I think I've done 8 segments like that, just to make sure we've got some way to get the scissors in. Oh yeah. You can do use your knife all the way around if you want to. And it doesn't have to be a craft knife, it can just be your, a knife you've got in your garage or your shed. It's just for the sake of us getting into those bits there. So obviously now we've done that, we've got a little easier way of getting into that circle. Now, but for time reasons, I will just go around this with my knife. Yeah. And obviously I don't use a knife very often. But we wanted to show you that you can do this. You might have some big dies at home that you can cut a circle out with. If you've not, do it old style and go with a couple of plates. Right, yeah. And also then if you're doing this with your children, then they can do this as well. You might not want them using your die cutting machine. No. They might be too young, but they can obviously not use the knife, but they will be able to draw around things and make their own little wreaths. And they might want to do just small ones, it's entirely up to you, but it gives you an idea as to how you can actually make the little ring that you're going to put your leaves on. Perfect. Okay, so let's pop those out of there, and then we can cut out. I'll just pop that there with the knife, and then I don't lose that, so I know it's safe in my bag. And then what we'll do, we'll just go all the way around the outside. Now you can do green, you can do brown, you can do orange, yellow, whatever you've got that will work for autumn is completely fine. Now obviously the wreath takes the longest out of all the projects we've done. Yeah. Because you're going to have to layer up. You might want to ink your leaves. So I'm just giving you the basics here as to how you can do it on a shoestring, really. Yeah. We've already got that die as well from our yesterday. Now, if you look at that now, you can see I've gone wider at the bottom. Don't let that put you off, because you can build. You can have smaller leaves up here. You can have bigger leaves at the bottom. Whatever you want to do. So what I have done. We've also got, as well on our website, some digital downloads of autumn papers, which is what I have cut these from. Oh, okay. So what I've done is I've put them on, I've glued them onto a piece of card, and then I've actually cut from them. And they do work quite nicely. This is on craft card. And what you can do as well with it, which is quite nice, is you can actually shape them. So they shape really well, and they keep the shape. And they don't get creased up really when you're bending them. I think it's because the paper we've printed onto is quite smooth.
Yeah.
But straight away now you can see that we've got a really nice leaf there. And then the autumn intricate die, the leaf we've cut from that does exactly the same, because we've put it onto card as well and we've put paper on. It really holds its shape very well, and it's quite nice to actually do this. It feels quite therapeutic. So again, you can then add your leaves like that. And then I've cut some from our textured cardstock, our linen cardstock, of which we had a great bundle of yesterday.
We've got that on again today, actually, that linen card.
Yes.
So if you shop the website for that, you can grab it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's you know, it's really, really great for cutting out these leaves. But you can see now all I'm doing is moulding these just in my hand like that. So we can mix it up a bit. We can do, let's do this one here. So, and we can do like that one there maybe. We've got a green one here, which again, this is cut from the linen card. Once you start to get some ink on here as well, these are great. You can also use your rubber mat and emboss them. So you'll get the veins on there, but you can see how nice the shape. I just think they look great.
Yeah,
and then we've got an orange one as well, so you can use all your autumnal colours. Now on the original one, I'll bring that in a second. You'll see I've kind of done the big leaves all the way around, so they're quite kind of spaced out evenly. I think with this one, because of the way I've done the ring, I would probably be doing, let's pop that one there, and that one there, and you can put them over the top or underneath. I would probably be building it up a little bit more like this. Mm-hmm. So you can see then, you can turn your leaves, and I would have the bigger leaves at the bottom, I think, on this one. But then look at all these little leaves. I want to show you these as well, because on this set, we've also got, if I bring this in, we've also got the pumpkins and the toadstools, which are really, really nice. And you get this little stamp as well that says Hello Autumn.
Yeah.
But again, I've cut some of these leaves from the digital papers, which I've stuck onto craft card. And again, this shaped really beautifully. So I don't think we're going to be able to get all these stuck on today, but hopefully what I will do, I'd like to finish this because it's a different shape, and I think I'll probably finish it at home, and then I'll put it on my my page so you can have a look at it, and I'll add some ink as well, or I could bring in the let's bring the finished one in as well, and then you can see the difference. But you can see then when you start to add the acorns on and the little leaves, and when you're doing it, kind of imagine that the leaves fall off the trees in no particular way, and then they end up on top of each other. So they just fall a bit haphazardly. If the wind's blown, they become a bit more kind of, it just kind of is a natural way of how they fall. So even if you pick up some of your leaves and just drop them on like that, see where they fall, glue them in place, you're going to end up with a really nice project. But yeah, I would like to see if any of you have a go at making any of these, whether it's the coaster, the pumpkin, or the wreath, and just let us see what you've done. Take some pictures and send them in to us. We would love that.